I start to explain about the 100 kilowatt peak solar power plant. I explained up to some extent. Due to some disturbances, I stopped the session. Tomorrow we will continue that 100 kilowatt peak installation. Okay, right. So this is project Warangal location. We have already selected. The first step is we have to select our location. Okay, from where we can select from Meteor database. Okay, from Meteor database we have to select. So click on Meteor database and geographical sites. Okay, here you can see the database already which is existed in PVC software. Okay, we included Warangal location. Okay, already we have done that one. So when you click on this Warangal location and open, then it will give the Warangal location details like latitude, longitude, altitude, time zone, everything. Then we have to click on what? Import. Okay, already we have inserted. So that's why it is asking, do you really want to overwrite the present data? So then click yes. So when you click on yes, then it is overrated. Right. So then the monthly data of irradiation will be extracted like from the database. This is the January, February, March up to December horizontal global irradiation and like temperature, all this data, wind velocity, humidity, all will be there for Warangal location. And select the irradiation units kilowatt hour per meter square per day. This is we have already done. Okay, again it is asking, do you want to overwrite it? Yes. Now it is saved to the database. Okay. Again it will ask, do you want to save it? Yes. Then again click on save. Right. Now close it. Back to project. Now see. So already database existed. Actually we have done up to some part. So orientation, system, detail losses, we discussed about this, origin. So that's why all the tools are which in the green color. Okay, that is ready for simulation. So then after entering this database, Warangal location weather database into the PVC software, then what you have to do, you have to go for the orientation. Okay, orientation we are choosing fixed tilt plane. Okay, and here you have to choose the tilted angle. How can you choose the tilted angle? The tilted angle optimally near to your location latitude. Warangal location latitude is 18 degrees. So you can choose 18 degrees and you can vary this latitude below and above. Okay. So if you are increasing the latitude above 18 degrees, now first I will see. First I will enter latitude of Warangal location, that is 80 degrees. Now you can see here the global energy collected by the solar panel is 1990 kilowatt hour per meter square, and now I will increase from 18 to 19, then it will be increases to 1992, right? Then I am increasing to 20 and I will see the value it is increases like that. You can check. So at 22 I am getting maximum, that is 1995. So I will choose the tilt angle, and azimuth angle is nothing but placing of your panels in the particular location. You are placing in the southeast direction or east west direction, like that. So I am keeping as it is. So the azimuth angle will be 0 degrees. Okay. Right. Now, after keeping tilted angle and azimuth angle, okay, I'm taking azimuth angle 0 degrees only. Okay. Then click on OK. Next, what we are designing? We are designing 100 kilowatt, 100 kilowatt peak solar plant. Okay, so I know the planned power. I know the planned power, so I will enter the planned power, that is 100. Here this units are kilowatt peak, so just you enter the 100 kilowatt peak. Right. Now we have to. Is it fine? Everything? Sure. Refresh your pages. Right. I hope now it will. So after enter the planned power 100 kilowatt peak, now you have to choose the solar modules. Okay, we don't have the 100 kilowatt peak module, so we have the solar modules in the ranges of 100 watt, 150 watt, 200 watt, 300 watt, 350 watt, like that. So you have to choose the each module rating. So here you have to select the PV module. Here these are the manufacturing list. So I will select. Sorry, I will select all modules. When you click on all modules, so right now you have to select the manufacturer. Okay, after clicking on the all modules, click on the all manufacturer. You can select the manufacturer from this. So I will select LG Electronics, and I will choose. Here you can see the module rating 220 watt, 250 watt, and 230 watt, like that. Different ratings are there. So you can choose your own module. You can choose your own module rating. I will choose 300 watt peak. I will choose 300 watt peak, 27 volt. Then you can open the module specifications from this. Here nominal power is 300 watt and tolerance is 3 percentage. Okay. So the manufacturer will design this solar module for 300 watt peak, but it will not reaches when comes to practice. So always there will be some tolerance. Here this tolerance 3 percentage is provided by the manufacturer itself, and the technology is silicon monocrystalline cells. These are the reference condition. Global irradiation is 1000 watt per meter square. This is standard testing condition. Temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. Open circuit voltage is 39.74 volts for this 300 watt peak. Short circuit current is 9.97 ampere. Maximum power point voltage is 31.96. Maximum power point current is 9.39 amperes. And the number of cells 60. This module consisting of 60 cells in series, and module efficiency is 18.30. This is the module we have selected. So click on OK. Right. So you can see here the open circuit voltage of this 300 watt peak is 39.74. This is only at standard temperature only. that is 25 degrees centigrade only, but the temperature is maybe increases or decreases. The cell temperature is always deviates from the ambient temperature. So when the temperature is 60 degrees centigrade, that means increases, the open circuit voltage will be decreases, and this temperature is decreases, then open circuit voltage will be increases. So this is the temperature effect on the module. Right. Next, you have to choose the inverter. Okay, you have to choose the inverter. So select the inverter. Here you have the different options available now. Favorites, all inverts. You can choose your own option. Okay. Then from this box you can choose the inverters. Manufacturer. Number of manufacturers are there. So I am choosing ABB. So here this is 100 kilowatt peak. So inverter size should be equal to your solar nominal power. So I will choose one inverter of 100 kilowatt peak, or I can choose 50 kilowatt of two inverters. That is your choice. So I am choosing 50 kilowatt. This is 50 kilowatt, and the voltage range is 300 to 950 also. So see here, when you choose the inverter, you are getting some message, that is the array maximum power is greater than the specified inverter maximum power. So then you have to choose the other inverter. Now have selected another inverter, then you are not getting any message here, right? So it is proper sizing. Okay, so now you can check whether it is proper or not. How can you check? You have to select the string voltage. Here when you select the PV module and inverter, then it gives, right, here array configuration. Here in each array 21 panels are connected in string, and like that 16 strings are required to meet this nominal power. Okay, 16 strings are there, and each string requires 21 series panels. Is it correct or not? So this is suggested by PVsyst. You can choose the series panels between 12 and 22. So how can you check? How can you check this is array sizing is proper or not? So we have the PV module as the minimum voltage, worst minimum voltage, and worst maximum voltage, that is 44.1 and 27.2. And your inverter operating voltage is 300 to 950. So how many series panels you are connected in series? Here 21 panels are connected. So you have to multiply. So I will open calculator. So now I will check whether it is proper sizing or not. So 21 series panels are there in each string, and the minimum voltage is 27.2. So how much you will get? 571.2. This 571.2 is in between your operating voltage range of inverter 300 to 950. Okay, right. So it is satisfied. This 571 is in between the operating voltage range 300 to 950, so it is proper sizing, right? If you choose the 22 also, no, not a problem. I am choosing 22 panels, 22 into 27.2. Here it is also in this range, 598.4. If you choose the 12 panels, 12 is the minimum series panel suggested by the PV software, PVsyst software. So multiply 12 into 27.2. So see, this is 326.4. So If you choose this 326.4 also, it is in this range 300 to 950. So you can choose any number of panels in between 12 and 22. Okay, if you are choosing the series panels in between 12 and 22, then it will be proper sizing. If you are choosing in between below 12 and above 23, it is not proper sizing, right? So in this way you can check. Now, so how many number of modules are required? 16 into 21, that will give 336 modules are required to meet this nominal power. So you can check 336 into 300. So multiply 336 number of modules into the nominal power of each module equal to, this is 100.8, 100.8 kilowatt. Okay, so that is nothing but equal to 101 kilowatt peak. So in this way you can check whether it is meeting your nominal power or not. Right, I hope. And the area required, very very important here, this area. Why? Because next we are going to do the near shading. So remember this 336 number of modules are required. Okay, and the area occupied by these 336 modules is 551 meter square, right? So now click on OK. So up to this is, we have done system. Next, detailed losses. Detailed losses, yesterday we discussed about there are different losses should be considered for accurate designing. Okay, the first loss is thermal parameter. The thermal parameter loss is accounted due to temperature variation. As the in the first day of the session we discussed, when the temperature is increases, what happens? Maximum power will be decreases. So here this thermal loss factor, this is the formula is given. Here UC and UV, UC is the constant loss factor and UV is the wind loss factor. This affects the temperature. So here the different types of mountings are there. Free mounted modules with air circulation, that means air circulation is very good in this type. Semi integrated, that means air circulation is somewhat decreases. Integrated with fully insulated back. These are the three types. So when you choose semi integrated, then UC value is changes. Based on the mounting type, the UC value will be changes. Now for free mounted modules with air circulation, check the nominal operating cell temperature. The nominal operating cell temperature always more than ambient temperature. Okay, so see free mounted modules with air circulation, when you are choosing this one, then NOCT coefficient is 45 degrees. And when you are choosing semi integrated, then it will be increases 56. Why? Because here air circulation is less when compared to free mounted. And integrated with fully insulated, it is also increases. So I am choosing free mounted modules. Okay, then when you are choosing free mounted modules, then the temperature losses somewhat decreases. Okay. Next, ohmic losses. Ohmic losses are due to cable resistances. We will connect the number of modules with the cables. There are DC cables and AC cables. DC cables are used from DC solar panels to the inverter. From inverter to your load or grid, utility grid, then AC cables will be required. So this according to IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission, the ohmic losses will be defined, that is are already defined, sorry. The loss fraction at standard testing condition for DC ohmic losses is maximum up to 2%. I am choosing here 1.5%. This is for DC cable resistances and the losses due to DC cable resistance. And from AC side also we will get the resistance losses. So here also according to IEC, the loss factor is maximum 2%. I will choose 1.5%. And if you are using transformer which is connected to the grid, then iron losses and copper losses also be accounted. So I am choosing 2% for iron loss and copper loss. Then module quality losses. Here already just now previously as explained, the manufacturer itself gives the tolerance value for whatever the module we have chosen, 300 watt peak. LG Electronics manufacturer given the 3% tolerance. Why? Because from manufacturing to the practical condition, the power will be deviated. So this 3% is indicated by manufacturer itself. I am choosing this value only. And there will be another one, light induced degradation. Light induced degradation means as the panel aging is increasing, the absorbing capacity is every year it is decreases by some percentage. I am taking it will be accounted up to maximum 2%. I am choosing 1.5%. And then module mismatch losses. In the first day session, we discussed about module mismatches. When we are connecting number of modules either in series or parallel, identical modules are not practically available. So there will be some mismatches due to open circuit voltages or short circuit current. So you will get some power loss. The power loss at maximum power point is 1%. This is about module quality losses, mismatch losses, and LID, light induced degradation. Next, soiling losses. Soiling losses included because of the solar modules are always exposed to the atmosphere. So definitely if you are placing your modules in the dirty location, most amount of or more amount of dirt or dust will be accumulated on the solar panels, then light absorption capacity will be decreases. So power from the solar modules also decreases. So you have to consider soiling losses also. So that is maximum up to 2%. I am considering 2%. Right. And IAM losses. IAM losses means incidence angle modifier. So here we know that when the solar panel is perpendicular to the sun, then the direct component rays will be incident more on the panels. Okay. So maximum energy will be extracted from the sun. When the direct component sun rays are not incident on the solar panel, then some amount of loss will be considered. So that loss is included in the incidence angle modifier. So I am clicking on this, then the incidence angle modifier losses will be considered. And auxiliaries. So when you are designing 1 megawatt plant or 100 kilowatt plant or 5 megawatt plant, then definitely some auxiliary components are required. There will be some control room is there. So that requires air conditioner, lighting, fans. So it requires some power to run that loads. So I am choosing some 2 kilowatt for the auxiliary losses. And aging, as the aging is increases, that means life of the solar panel year by year, the light absorbing capacity will be decreases, so power loss will be accounted. Up to 25 years it will be very less. After 25 years the module degrade it up to 20%. That means if you are choosing the 100-watt panel up to 25 years, the degradation factor is very, very less. But after 25 years, 100-watt panel will gives only 80 watt. That is 20% degradation factor. So that is aging factor. And unavailability. So if the plant maybe goes under planned outage or unplanned outage. Planned outage means for maintenance. For maintenance purpose, for 1 day or 2 day, 3 day, it will be goes under maintenance. If any fault occurs, then it is called as unplanned outage. So here you can choose in a year how many days it will be under maintenance or unplanned. So I will choose some unavailability duration is some 2 percentage and unavailability duration is C year. When I enter 2 percentage, then in a year 7.3 days it will be outage. Okay? Per year, per year. So like that. This is these are the losses should be considered while designing solar PV system. Then only it will give the accurate results. Right. So now I am clicking on OK. So all the losses are considered in the detailed losses, right? Now I am going for the origin. Origin is what? Origin is nothing but the sun window or sun path diagram. So the importance of sun path diagram is it locates the exact position of sun in the sky. So to find out that one, two measurements are required, that is sun height and azimuth. So azimuth is measured horizontally with respect to sun's position and sun height is measured vertically. So these two angles are required to measure the sun position. So you can see the sun path. Okay, this is the morning time. This side is the morning time, and this side is the evening time. So 7th hour, 8th hour, 9th hour, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, like that. When the hour is changing, your sun position is also changing. Okay, your sun position is also changing. So in the this is the morning time. Okay, there is no sun available, so it is the behind the plane. In the evening time is also sun is not available, so it is the behind the plane. Right. I think for every location you will get the sun path. Slight variation you will get. Okay. So now I am clicking on OK. Right. Next, near shading. Near shading, this is very, very important. Now, near shading means if any object shadow is falling on the solar modules, you are keeping some 336 modules in your solar plant, then maybe some tallest building is near to your plant, maybe some tallest trees are there. So then the sun position is changing, the shadow of this building or maybe tree falls on the solar module, then the shadow causes to reduce the power loss. So you have to consider the near shading. And there will be self shading. That means one panel shadow maybe appears on the next panel. Okay. That is called as the interrow shading. So to avoid the interrow shading, you have to keep the distance between panel to panel. Okay. So here we have to click on this construction and perspective. When you click on this construction perspective, then you will get, actually I already uh, designed this one, so that's why you are getting. So, right. I will select, I will tell you the procedure from starting onwards. Select all and delete, right. Now, how can you choose the, how can you create your PV module here? How can you create your PV module here? So I will tell you. This is zoom in and zoom out. You can see the directions 4 directions are there. Okay, and see here, you can see file, create, select, edit, view, tools, help, go to the create, and here see PV table with frame. So you have to click on PV table with the PV module. Okay. Here the PV module size is given, width is 2 meters and length is 5 meters. And what is the tilt angle we have chosen? That is 22 degree for our location. So tilt angle is 22 degrees. And see, by modules, in the by modules we have to select the number of modules in string. We have the number of modules in string are how many? 21. In each string 21 modules are there. So then adjust to modules. So you can zoom out and you can see this is the 21 modules are there in one string. Like that, how many you have to design? 16 strings. 16 strings you have to design. Each string should be have 21 modules. So it is very difficult. It is very difficult to design 336 modules. So there is another method, that is, so you can see the view, different views by selecting this. This is another view. This is the another view of, okay. These modules are facing towards the south direction. See why it is placing towards the south direction? Because we are living in the northern hemisphere, right? So like that, 16 strings are required. So what I will do? I will do, there is another method. So I will delete this one. Please wait some time. Right, right. So close the object and delete this one. Now I will tell you the another method. Go to this tools. Here when you click on the tools, then you will get some options. This is rectangular, means you can consider the rectangular area of your plant. So like this. This is the rectangular area of your solar plant. Otherwise, if this is not rectangular, you can choose poly also. Poly means it is a irregular shape like this. You can choose the irregular shape. So you can choose your own shape, right? So I am choosing the rectangular area. Actually, how much area is required for 336 modules? 551 meter square. So I am choosing the area which is more than 551. Why? Because there should be distance between the panel to panel and string to string. So I will choose more than the 551 meter square. I will take double the distance. Okay. So see, when you are dragging this here, the area is changing. See, now it is 21.51 meter square. So I will go to the 551 into 2, that is something 1100. I will choose that area. Okay, so I will write. Now see, the area is increasing. You can adjust, click on here, and you can adjust area also. So for correct visibility. Right. See here up to 1100 I will choose. Why? Because 551 into 2 times I am taking. Right. So 1103 approximately equal to 2 times. Now in this area, now you have to place your solar modules. Right. See here, the pitch distance is 2.20 meters. That means from panel to panel, the distance is 2.20 meters. And then go to the field properties. Go to the field properties. When you go to the field properties, then you will select the modules. Here first you have to choose the tilt angle of your location. I have chosen for my Warangal location 22 degrees, and here see here width is 2, length is 4 meters, total area is 24, that is 8 meters square, and required area is 551 meters square. And you have to place the number of modules in a string. How many modules? 21 modules are there. 21 modules are there in a string. After entering 21 modules, adjust to modules. Now you can see. Now you can see. Yeah, by clicking on this hand symbol, now you can change the position. Here, these are the 21 series modules in a string. Right. After that, close this. Now, fill zone. Click on the fill zone. Now the modules will be filled in the required area. Okay. So now close this scene. You will get, see here, you will get some message or error. The shading area is lower than the PV modules area. Okay, actually active area is 551 meter square, shading area is 462 meter square. So that means I will increase the pitch. I will increase the or decrease the pitch, then it will be adjusted. So how can you choose the pitch? What is the area occupied by solar module? First you have to know. So 1.66 meters. Okay. So now increase more than, you choose the more than 1.66. I am choosing some 1.85. After changing the value, again you have to fill the zone because the value is modified. Right. Now close the scene. Now see, the shading area is slightly lower than PV module area. This is just warning, not error. 551, 533, there is not a problem. Okay. So now after this, you have to see the table. Okay, you can click on the table and you can find out the shading losses. See in this table, here this is the sun height position and this azimuth angle. Here you can see the sun position 2 degree, 10 degree and 20 degree. So at this positions it is behind. At this position the sun panel is behind, and here also sun panel is behind. And you can see these are the shading factors. These are some values, or you can see these are the shading factors. Now this means we are considering the shading losses. Now shading losses are computed. Click on OK. And one more thing I have to show, that is right. So go to down. There is an option that is shading animation. Okay. So this shading animation will show you how the sun position is changing from east to west. When sun positioning changing, sun rises in the east position and sunset in the west position. So then when the sun position is changing, the shadow, how it is changes, you can see. See here, I am clicking on the play button, then see here, you can see the sun position is changing as the shadow appears on the panels. Okay. So see here, this is the morning time and this is the evening time. The morning time the factor is more. Evening time also the factor is more. In between the factor is less. Okay. So now we consider the shading losses also. In this way you can check the shading animation. Now click on OK. Right. So here it is giving the not green button. This is not an error. Remember. So why it is getting the another color means there is a slight difference. That's why just it is a warning. It is not an error. Right. Now you can go for the module layout. Okay. Right. See here in the module layout. Go to the all subfields and set all the modules. So here the right. Now I will go again to the near shading. So I will increase to 551 shading area almost near to this 551 meter square active area. 551 meter square is the active area and 533 the shaded area. So slightly I will change that one. So I will change to 1.8 and again I will fill it and close the scene. Yes, the shading table has not been computed. So shading table has not been computed means click on this table. Now the table is computed. See the same values you will get here in the morning time behind, in the evening time also it is behind. Right, close this one and click on OK and go to the module layout. I will set all modules. See here, see here 16 strings. We have the 16 strings, okay, and each string has the 21 modules. Then click on auto attribution, distribute all, close. So here this is the your module layout. This is your module layout. Okay, right. So once again I am repeating. These are the we have chosen 16 strings, right? And each string consisting of 21 modules. This is your module layout. Okay. See all the 336 modules were positioned and total area is 551 meter square. Total power is the nominal power is 100.8 kilowatt. Okay, see number of modules in series 21, total number of strings are 16. So 21 into 16, 336. Right. So now click on OK. Now everything is ready. Ready for simulation. Okay. Now click on run simulation. So simulation ended successfully. Click on OK. So do you want to save the simulation variant? Yes. Click on yes. Right. Now simulation done. Click on report. So it will generate the report. So it will give some 5-6 pages report detailed. So right. I think now it is visible. In the first page, we already seen these reports, this type of reports for standalone system and grid connected system. See here in the first it will give the project details, site location, uh, that means latitude, longitude, and your country details. That means all the your location details will be first displayed. Then the date, at what time you have generated this report, that will be displayed. And next, sorry. So tilt angle we have chosen, that is 22 degrees, azimuth 0 degrees, and we have chosen the shed spacing 1.8. Okay, this is pitch. This is nothing but the pitch distance. And actually the collector solar panel width is 1.66. We are choosing more than that. Why? Because to avoid the interrow shading, right? Then the ground coverage ratio is 92.2 percentage. That means the module occupying ratio. And here the module details, PV module details. Here LG we have chosen. This is the model name. 21 modules, 16 strings. Each module nominal power is 300 watt peak. Total module 336, and module area 551. Like that, nominal power is 101 kilowatt. And inverters we have chosen two inverters of 50 kilowatt, right? And this is the detailed losses. We have entered all the losses as per the standards. This is first page report. In the second page, so up to this one, this is losses. And in the third page, this is the string position, and this shaded. You can see the now shaded. Okay, these black lines. These black lines represent the shading. This is third page report, and this is the fourth page report. In the fourth page report you will get the important factor, that is performance ratio. Performance ratio of this designed standard kilowatt peak is 60.11 percentage. It is somewhat less. The good performance ratio should be like 80 percentage, like that. So here you can see the graphs. This is the monthly data. This is also monthly data, but regarding to performance ratio, in the January you are getting some 0.6. In the February it is like above 0.6. The average value is 60.11 percentage. This is in not percentage. This is in percentage. And here you can see the table of global irradiation. How many units are generated? What is the performance ratio? Everything. And here you can see the input output diagram. How much energy is injected, actually how much energy is incident on the solar panel, and this is the output power distribution. Right, in the last page the detailed analysis, loss analysis will be there. So this is 173 megawatt hour. It generates this many units under standard testing condition, but after considering the losses it will generate only 120 megawatt hour. This 120 megawatt hour can be injected into the grid. This is the detailed report of 100 kilowatt peak solar plant. I think this is actually yesterday's session. So today I explained this. Why? Because due to some interruptions, we have completed up to 50% only. Now we completed this 100 kilowatt maximum. Huh. So if it is clear, then I will go for the today's session. I hope it is clear. So if it is clear, then I will go for the design of solar pump. That is actually today's session. You can save by clicking on save PDF. Okay. Give the file name 100 kilowatt peak. You can choose, select your own location. I am saving on the desktop. So okay. So it is saved. It is saved on the desktop. Right. I'm